everyone. My name is Ugoma Obunaya, and I'm representing Abia State.
Hi, my name is Oyanen Ehikamen, and I'm representing River State.
Hi, my name is Esther Ajayi. I am representing Lagos State in this year's pageant.
This is day 2 of boot camp, and this day we were able to do dance practice and catwalk practice, and so far it's going very well.
Susan taught us, and she was amazing. I was a little nervous because I'm not the best dancer, but she made it easy. And I was able to follow along, and the rest of the girls were able to help out as well, so that was nice.
Very excited. We're going out to meet Dr. Lara of Serenity Healthcare, and we will also be touring Chicago.
It would be nice to have you ladies in here. It's very encouraging and empowering to see other women do, great stuff.
What advice do you have for young Nigerian women who aspire to be where you are today? And what is your driving force?
For young Nigerians, there's no way I could talk without talking about our generation is sort of different. Your generation usually want to quit quickly. My generation, I'm not as young as I look. So my generation is not like that. I'll try it once, twice, 3 times, even 4 times to say before I say, you know what, this is not for me. Just like I said, when we started business, this is not the first business. I failed at other business and I failed woefully. I mean, I lost my whole life savings. I would have said, you know what, I don't think business is for me. Maybe I should just keep working for other people, grow in the mindset. But I understand what freedom is. Freedom is being an entrepreneur. So that is the driving force. I want to be free. If I want to be free, 9 to 5 is not for me. But 9 to 5 is some people. So the thing is this, so that you're not boxed into everybody needs to be an entrepreneur. No. Some people, it's their comfort zone to work with other people and grow. But for me, it's not like that. For me, growth, freedom is being an entrepreneur. But for some people, freedom is, working in a company for 20 years and excelling and doing great things. My driving force is this. I ask people this question: who's the most important person in your life? And my answer is me. I don't care which room I am, I'm the most important person in my life. I am married, I've been with my husband, we've been together 26 years, I have 3 kids, but I'm still the most important person. Nobody wants the worst of you, everybody wants the best of you. So I tell myself, I'm gonna be the best of who I am, then I can give you part of it. But the best of who I am is for me first. So that's my driving force. I look out, I wake up every day, I'm like, it doesn't sound selfish, because the truth is this. I don't see anybody waking up and posting the worst of their pictures on Instagram. Nobody wants to see that. But the thing is this, I don't even want to see the worst of me. I want to see the best of me because it's good for me. Mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. Those things are good for me. So I always tell, those are my driving force. The most important person in my life is me. And it gives me the urge to want to do more. So that's me.
You stated that at one point in your business journey that you failed and you lost all your life savings. My question is, how did you find the strength to start again?
Because I keep thinking of, I just want to be free. And I can't be free without building up capital again which meant working for other people and, getting my capital and starting all over again. So it's more of the freedom thing at the back of my mind was my driving force. You gotta be free, you gotta be free. And for me to be free, like I said, I was paying the bills even in then, I was running the business and working. But the mindset was, I just wanted to be free. So what was necessary for me then was saving. So, and when you're saving, you cannot indulge in some things of life, in going on some expensive vacation, buying some expensive stuff.
And my question, I know that you said that you work with 85% of women in management. Thank you for creating that platform, and then also, how is that working with women?
So, I always say this is the largest group of women I've ever been with in my life. My husband jokes that my brain is half and half men's, half women's, because I'm wired to be analytical a lot of times, at the same time to be emotional as well. Working with women, it's been great. I love it. I just had to put on my art of the emotional part more, because like I said, I've never been around women this much, and I don't know if I said, I'm the only woman in my house, so I get all the attention. So when I get here, I have to give all the attention. I have to stop by and say, how are you doing? How's your daughter? How's your day? And I'm not faking it. It's what, a lot of people want, whether you're a man or woman.
But I have a two-part question. The first part is, you majored in finance in that field. How did you transition to healthcare?
Oh, so I'll go back to my backstory. I've always wanted to be a lawyer. I've always wanted to go to law school. But if you're studying in Nigeria, whatever you wanted typically doesn't happen. So I found myself going to being a banker. But the thing is this, though. Remember I said something. What is worth doing at all is worth doing well. That's my guiding force. I used to say this. If I'd gotten to this country at a younger age, I probably would have gone to medical school. Because I have the brain thing I said, I have this mindset. If it's in front of me, it has to be done. I put in my best. So when I find myself in nursing school, it has to be done. I got to do it. And I got to do it right and be my best. So that's the mindset that I have.
I manage a team as well, and I know it's hard. What are tips that you've learned across your career that you can provide to someone like me or us?
Like I said, the book, Getting the Woo. Okay. If you get the woo, like I said, you're not afraid to get somebody who's better than you. So far, their vision aligns with your vision. Remember, it's your business. Yeah. It's your vision. But if they're better at it, why not? Sometimes, like I said, our ego thing standing to say, I started this business, I should be the only smart person in the room. You can grow this much. You will not be able to grow this far if you're not willing to open up and get the right people to come in as well. And and I have this mindset as well. You pay people, sorry to say, can I say this? You pay people shitty money to do shitty job. So for their worthwhile and their background, you pay them well so that you can have that freedom. When you start a business, the whole idea is to have freedom. That's why you're not working 9 to 5. Not because people who do 9 to 5 don't have their own freedom, but you wanted a particular freedom to fit into your lifestyle. And that's where, so that's one of the things we've done. Getting the right person helps you.
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
I just want to say I really do appreciate you talking. I feel like coming in here, I saw a light in you.
Oh, thank you.
I think the reason why I saw that was because I've been in this weird transitional period of trying to figure out my career, because I'm a registered nurse as well too.
Oh.
And I've done nursing, and I'm not really enjoying the bedside, because I went from working in the ICU step-down floor and I do psychiatric care. So it's not as physically taxing as working in the ICU, but I think in terms of working in bedside is just draining, and I know it's not for me, because I think I'm tired of hearing the doctors telling me
what to do,
give this order and go give that order, and the management is just a lot. So I think my question is just specifically for young nurses like myself, what is the best, what would be the best timeline or the best blueprint for nurses who know that they don't want to stay in bedside long term? Because I think for me, I told myself I wanted to go back to school, but I didn't know if I wanted to go back to school to be an NP or if I could just get my MBA so I could do the management aspect of it. So what would you say is the best advice for young nurses to transition out of bedside and being able to incorporate their own career that works for them?
I think it's an individual thing and journey. For me, another thing is I knew myself when I was 33 years old. You know when you could define yourself? When somebody says, who are you? At 33, I could define myself. I didn't have to walk into a room and somebody say, who are you? And the first thing I say, I'm a wife, I'm a mother. No, if I wasn't married, I'm something. If I'm not a mother, I'm someone. So at 33, I knew who I was. So at that time, I knew what path of career I wanted. So it's not a matter of when, it's a matter of you knowing who you are and what you want. For me, I still do the nursing business, but I'm not part of it anymore. But the foundation actually helped when we started the business to say, I know my business, that kind of a thing. I've been in that part, so I know the business part. The nursing part has evolved over time because I've not practiced in 12 years, but it's evolved. But the thing is, I know the foundation of my business.
I know you mentioned you know the foundation of your business, like the basis, and I know you said you climbed up the ladder onto where you are in nursing. I was curious to know, is there an experience you can share or some experiences you can share that drives the way you run your business, like how you retain caregivers, or so what do you think makes your business different from other agencies?
Yeah, so people ask me, even sometimes I ask myself the question, you're not the only one doing this business. What separates you from other people? It's the genuine care. I just care. So I say Chicago is not as big as people assume it is. So when I'm in a gathering and people greet me and I'm not familiar with them, I take my time to give them the attention. This is the reason why I might be talking to one of my caregivers. They know me, but I don't know them. I have over 1,600 staff. So I have, I believe, 110 in this building. I don't know all of them. Sometimes, yesterday I was asking about somebody and they said, oh, she moved on to another branch. I was, oh my God, I can never work for the FBI. I'm not even as attentive as I think I am. So when I meet people, I give them the attention. Like I said, people need to be acknowledged, to be rewarded, whether by word of affirmation and things like that. So when you see me and say, hi, how you doing? I'm just going to quickly assume you know me. And my business mindset goes in that probably they're one of my staff. I have 11 branches. I don't know all the staff in those branches. I don't. Not to talk of the people that work under them, the caregivers. I don't know all of them. So that's what makes me stand out. I care for two people in my business. The people who take care of my caregivers and my clients. Those are the two people that you genuinely have to care for, because the caregivers want to do more. One of the things I tell people is this: when the caregivers walk in, the way we train them is tell them, you're doing the most important job anyone could have done, taking care of other people. Because people stay in their home now, not because, once upon a time, people were flocking the nursing home, because we assume when you're old, you go to nursing home. But being old doesn't mean you're sick. Some people want to stay in their home where they're familiar with the environment. It's their home, they live there for 30 years, that kind of a thing. So, and when people come into your house, this is one thing I tell people, it's very uncomfortable that a stranger comes into your house every day. So it's a privilege that you opened your door for me to come and take care of you. So we come in to say, you know what, we are privileged to take care of you. It's an honorable job. So that's the way we present that's the way we present it to our caregivers. You're doing an honorable job, because we all hope one day we're old enough to want to stay in our comfort zone, which is our home that we're very familiar with. And somebody comes in to say, I want to cook for you, I want to clean, I want to do laundry. By the way, I just want to sit down and talk about the view that you watch on TV with you. And that's what they do.
So you asked a question earlier. It was like, when somebody asks you, tell me like who you are, you normally say like, if you didn't know who you are, I'm a mother, or I'm a businesswoman, or I'm a wife. My question for you right now: do you feel it's true, like you have found who you are, like as your identity, like at this period of time as a businesswoman and at your certain age?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. At 33, I knew who I was, so I wouldn't define myself. If you ask me who I was, I'm not going to start by saying I'm a mother, I'm a wife. Because before I became those things, who am I? And the thing is this, those things comes with attachment. I'm a wife because I'm married to someone. I'm a mother because I have kids. But what about if I don't have those two? Who am I? I'm a woman of faith. I love to be around people. I'm gregarious by nature. My father allowed me, let me know that when I was younger, I get my energy from being around people. It gives me a lot of joy. Especially people who aspiring to be something big, I get my energy from that. I love to read. I would love to travel a lot. Oh my goodness, I love food. I swear to God, I love good food. If you know me, you know I love food. Yes, and I tell people this: I do not work this hard to leave work and go eat McDonald's. No, I am thinking of. I tell myself I like to sit down and eat. To eat good food. Yeah. So for me, I tell myself, food is very important to me, and good food is very important to me. If you tell me there's a restaurant somewhere, actually, seriously, Nigerian ethnic food, it's 100% for me. I will travel to Dallas to go and eat suya because they say there's best suya there. And I'm not making it up, I'm serious. Food is, Osuma suya is dear to me. Yes, I will travel to Houston. I used to, before COVID, I travel every 6 weeks because I want to go eat. Houston to me has the best Nigerian restaurant. I don't know how you talk about it, but yeah, I live in Chicago, but Houston's got the best Nigerian restaurant, and you have choices. Choices. So food is very important to me. So that's who I am. I could talk about food all day. Yeah, then I have family. I have a great and lovely husband, and I am blessed to be married to my friend and to my best friend. It's a blessing. I don't know how people say that. It's just a blessing that I could say anything to my husband because he's my friend. I could gossip about anything. I could just say stuff because I don't see husband, I see friend. You get what I'm trying to say? I would just say things like that. It's a blessing when you're in that pool. And I'm a mother. My boys are great. I have 3 boys, 2 biological, 1 adopted, and I love it. It's getting harder as they get older because they are 19, 21, and 24. It's more challenging when you have to negotiate. I don't like that part of my life. When you're in control of everything when they're younger, you could just say anything, but now I can't. Then I have to, my Nigerian high voice, I had to reduce the volume because I'm talking to adults. Even though you're hungry inside, but you're like, you know what? It's fun, and that's who I am. I'm glad that I'm able to see myself like that, but not attach things to make me who I am.
And I was just going to say that I am also figuring out the woman that I am, and so that's why I really love your story. I feel like it was God given to hear your story today. So my question for you is, when or how did you know that you are where you're supposed to be?
I still don't think I am where I'm supposed to be. If I have to write a book about myself and somebody says I should grade myself, I'll give myself a C. And somebody said, why would you give yourself a C? I'm in my early 50s. Why would I give myself an A? That means there's nothing more to chase. There's nothing more to break the ceiling over. I'm a C. I'm actually not a C+. I'm a C. My kids are still in college. Until they, until they can be on their own, I could say, you know what, I can check off a mark to say, you know what, maybe I'll give myself a C+. But me personally, I'm a C. There's still more to break. There's still more to achieve. There's still more to do. So I am not trying to be humble by saying I'm giving myself a C. I'm just trying to be logical to say there's more to life than where I am. I still want to do more. If I'm a 50 million business now, I want to be a 1 billion business in about 10 to 15 years. That's where I project. So if I'm saying I'm an A, that means I've reached my peak. I've not. I can't say I'm a D because I started from nowhere to where I am. That's why I say I'm a C. Like I said, I'm not even a C+. And sometimes I talk to my friends, they're like, I don't think you're giving yourself much accolades. I say, over what? It's a C for me. So that's where I am.
For telling your story, and I feel like it's inspired all of us, especially as Nigerian women, that the sky is our limit. And a lot of the times, I feel like within the 20s, especially with social media, you see other people and feel like
you're not doing enough, or like you're not on time with things, and you saying at the age of 50 that you feel like you still have more work to do goes to show that it's not the end of the world. We still have a lot of time to figure things out and a lot of time to evolve as like women. So I really appreciate you telling us the aspect that you still feel like you're evolving and like the work doesn't stop. You constantly grow, and it's really encouraging for like us trying to figure out, we're all in our 20s trying to figure out what we're gonna do. And it's a lot of pressure from Nigerian parents as well, because they have this expectation even before birth. Yeah, I'm just very appreciative, especially coming from not only a business owner point of view, but from a mother point of view, and a fellow woman, a friend, a sister point of view as well. It's just very inspiring.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I know you wanted to ask a question. You wanted to ask me a question? Oh, okay.
I had a question earlier. It kind of got answered, but maybe you can add upon that. Were you always so sure of yourself from a young age, or did you use your imagination to get you to where you are today?
That got me in trouble.
Yeah.
So, I am 5'2", and I always assumed everybody taller than me just want to run me over. If you're 1 inch taller than me, I just assume you want to run me over. That's the way I grew up. So I was always aggressive, but my father's school year, like I told you, and it was very liberal. That helped me. Growing up in Africa, you don't have fathers Nigerian parents who are liberal. It's always you got to do this or you got to do this. But my father was very liberal. It helped. So it helped to shape me to say, you can be you. So I could say my mind to my dad. I couldn't to my mom, because you're the first daughter, you better do, you get what I'm trying to say? But my dad was like, you could be you. I will share this. You could be you to the extent when I wanted to get married, I wanted 10 people at my wedding. My father was like, 10 people you get. Being the first daughter, you assume everybody wanted a big wedding. I didn't want a big wedding. I didn't want to wear a gown. I didn't want to do all those things. It wasn't just me. But I don't fault people who want to do that. But for me, and my father was like, you want 10 people? And I said, instead, 10 people you get. It's very rare in an African parent home, when you're the first daughter, they want to throw the best and biggest wedding for you. But for my dad, it was like, this is what you want, this is what you get. And it was like, by the way, 10 from each side. I said, no, 10 both families. And I was like, if you're pregnant, you say, but I know you're not. So I said, I'm not pregnant, but that's the mindset I've always wanted. My wedding, I've always planned in my head. I've always thought in my wedding, I want to remember everything that happened on that day. So my mindset is, the only way I can remember everything that happened is by having less people. I don't have to care about, has that table eaten? Has that table been fed? Are my in-laws okay? I just want it to be both of us. So how do I sell it to my husband, who was the last of 11? And everyone wanted to throw a big wedding for either. So I just told him, this is my dream all my life. Usually women are the ones that are big on weddings, but for me, this is the wedding I wanted. So I said, I don't know how you pick your 5 people, but I know the 5 people that's coming from my own side. So I was glad to have a family, a father who was liberal. So I've always known who I was, and then I married somebody who was my best friend, that I could say what's in my head. But then over time, my husband has helped to shape me to say, I know you want to say what's in your head, but sometimes you got to be, some people will take it the wrong way, so that it doesn't come off. And that was before I even got into this. So getting into this, it's going to come off as if I'm very rude. I'm not humble, because I want to say my mind. But that's the way I grew up. I have to say my mind. But then I've understood over time, it's good to say your mind, but it's good to be mindful of other people's emotions as well. That kind of a thing. Absolutely. So I'll joke around my kids sometimes. I'll say it's easier for me to say my mind around my kids. I have boys, so they could do some things. I'm like, are you sure I'm your mother? Because I'm like, my son will not react this way, or my son won't do this way. Or I could go to an extent and say, you know what? You definitely was switched at birth. My kids have heard that of, so that kind of a thing. And it's me saying my mind to say, you're stupid, but I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm just saying, you wouldn't, no child of mine would do that. So my kids over time, I've understood that. So I wouldn't say someone is stupid. But then if someone is stupid, how do I let them know without, and I'm serious, why, one, in management, I'm dealing with adults. Not because my staff won't do something wrong, but I want them to be the best of them. I can't come off and say you're stupid. And I'm in an environment where I've learned that when you're angry, you're giving someone your power. So I don't get angry in front of people because I'm not going to give you my power. So it's easier for me to be calm and tell you how it is. And my father taught me that. When you're angry and you want to tell people they're stupid, it's easier for me to say, you're actually stupid. Rather than go the Nigerian way to scream, and my scream takes the volume of me saying you're stupid. Yeah, so if you and it takes a lot of training to get into that, to say, and be calm and express yourself, whether you're angry or you're happy, it's easier that way. You can get the message across.
I know you speak about your husband, he's your friend, he's your best friend, and I know most of these ladies want to know is, what is one advice or something that you say in terms of choosing a life partner? How did you navigate that?
Especially with your business as well.
Yeah.
So, I'll have to step back a little bit. I met my husband before we came here to the United States. So, we started from what you call from the bottom. So, and then I had a mindset. You asked me that question, I forgot to say. I had this mindset. I never thought all my life I'll marry a rich man. I've always thought I'm going to be rich. So, I wasn't looking for a rich man. I was looking for a kind man. I was looking for somebody who is kind. So, money wasn't part of, it has to be, they have to have this. I knew what I was going to have. You asked me for the confidence. I've always had that confidence. So that's why I never had a long relationship when I was growing up. I was this small, but I had all these things. So a lot of, it's very hard for Nigerian men to accept that then. Things have changed over time. But it's very, I am hoping. You know the reason why? I am hoping because I'm raising 3 men and I'm telling them this is the way it should be. So I tell them this, make sure you marry somebody who's smarter than you. And they say, why? I say, because you're smart enough to know a smart woman. Yeah, so don't be afraid to go that route. You're smart, you should know enough. So a smart woman won't be a problem for you. So I never thought I was going to, no, seriously. It's not because I'm here, I'm not giving you I'm not trying to motivate you right now. So you get what I'm trying to say. So it's not a motivation, no. It's a thing in my head. I never thought I was going to marry a rich man. So I wasn't looking for a tall, dark, no. I was looking for a kind man, but I knew I was going to be wealthy. But then we need to have a lot of things in common when it comes to life. My husband loves soccer. I don't care for soccer. Those are not things in life. Those soccer does not define exactly. You understand? I love to watch some movies my husband just loves to watch action movie. That's it. But those things don't define. You get me? But I wanted you to have value and be kind. So now getting to this stage. So my husband is the last of 11 children. So he's more emotional because he didn't have, he had people who were bullying him around. So when we were having kids, he was more hands-on than I was. Yes, and that's by nature for him. You get what I'm trying to say? And not every man are like that. He's one of those that he loves children. He's from family of 11. He wanted to have 5 kids. I could have 1 kid and I'm fine with it. But by the time we had the second one, he knew he didn't want 5 children. Because he was the one waking up at night. I don't know how to function well at night. I can function during the day. You know when some people say you know how to take naps. I don't know how to take naps during the day. But when I sleep at night, I'm all gone. But with him, you cannot tiptoe around him. With me, the house could be burning around me, and I'm sleeping. I'm serious, because I function during the day well, but at night I have to take my 6 hours of sleep and be here. But for him, if the boys are not home now, and it's him that the dog is waking up every night. I'm like, oh, did you sleep? I said, the dog woke up twice. I did not know the dog. I have raised my children. I'm not trying to raise another dog. Yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. But we balance each other off like that. He has his own strength. I have my own strength. But the thing is this, I just had this foundation of, I wanted to build wealth for myself. And it's a beautiful journey when you have somebody who wants to go along with you. You know, it's beautiful. Trust me, it's magical. So I wasn't looking for him like that. You know the way you check off. I was looking for somebody who is kind, and who wasn't just kind to me, who was kind to everybody. Yes. So it mattered to me. Your kindness was the biggest thing for me. You got a kind heart. And I remembered very well. When we were dating, I went to my dad and I told my dad, I said, I have this issue about him. And my father said, what's the issue? It's a good thing we're all Nigerians, so you understand the story. And my father said, what's the issue? I said, the issue is then if we have 2 cups of rice at home, and somebody comes to my husband and says, he needs 4 cups of rice. My husband is going to give him that 2 cups of rice and go out and help him to look for 2 more cups for him. I said, but that's who he is. So my father said, don't worry. When he gets married and understands the value, it will change. So 2 years into marriage, my father now brought it up and said, has it changed? I said, no, it's actually gotten worse. My father said, well, I had to tell you that it will change. But it wasn't going to change because that's who he is. He's a kind person. So if it was the other way around, that's who he is. It's probably not going to change too. But he didn't want to deter me from saying, oh, it's not going to change, then I'll say that's the reason. You know, somebody could pick that, so that's the reason why I don't want to go ahead again. But for him, I felt I was like, he's a kind person, he's not going to change. And I love the fact that he's kind, and my kids see that in him, that he's a kind person, and that's it.
Wow, thank you for that.
You're welcome. Hey, you. How's the family?
Hi, good to see you.
Good to see you, too. I don't even get to see you as often as we'd love to.
Yes.
We don't even see at Chicago parties or whatever it is. Our operations is in here. So that guides most of our branches. So the operations is actually in here. That's what we do every day.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have what we call our simulation room for training for the nurses. Okay. So we have this one in here. Yes.
To like learn what to do stuff when I'm doing stuff for like my foundation and stuff it's gonna be in Nigeria. But I do a lot of the fundraising here.
Yeah.
How would I reach out to?
Send us an email, then we'll see how we can help.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
But what's the best email?
LARA at Serenity. HHC.com. HHC.com, yeah. It's the photo booth thing is always changing because we started with the little thing before, now there's big ones that people actually move over around. Yeah, why not? Yeah.
But I wanted to know, because I want people to actually business that you do?
No, I mean I'm doing I'm into real estate as well. We'll go this way because that's our construction site. Yeah.
This is beautiful. You know, and then now I'm doing Miss Universe.
Oh, I am so proud of you. Oh my God, that is so good. Yeah, you see how you transcend from the little and you... Yeah.
I'm already a contestant. I'm representing at those states. Yeah.
I'll be on the lookout. I'm so proud. I am so proud.